Wow. Okay.
That's new.
Yeah, that's new. So we started recording. So let me start by, welcoming George and whoever else watches our presentation. This is about the Beachbody coaching opportunity, but more so it's about joining our team. What do we provide? What do you get as a coach? How are we different than other teams? Of course, we're all part of, Beachbody, right? We're all part of Team Beachbody. But we have our own team and our own, mentors and training and stuff like that. And that's, a lot of what we'll talk about tonight, as well as answer any other questions that you have. So a little about me. I started our Team Engage about 11 years ago. And it was after I did P90X and I lost 40 pounds and was able to get off blood pressure medication. I'm a husband and have 2 daughters and had a full-time IT job at the time. And after 4 years of doing Beachbody, because after the P90X and I lost the weight, I signed up to be a coach to help others. But, just after 4 years of helping others and, working this as a business, where you can make money on the side, I was able to walk away from my 6-figure corporate job because I was making twice as much with Beachbody. So I've been able to, be at home, have financial freedom for the past 6 years now. And it's been life-changing for me. Just to show you, my first 5 years as a coach, what I earned just during the month of July. So you can see July 2011, I earned $630, and then July 2012, 3,000, and you could see it quadrupled, and it just kept going up. So not to promise, obviously, we can't promise that anybody will make any amount of money. Really, it depends on what you do with this. A lot of coaches, they're just coaches. They don't even work it as a business. And we'll talk about the different types of coaches. But if you want to work it as a business, it really depends on what you do with it, the skills that you have, the time that you put in, just like anything else in life, right? You're going to get out of it what you put into it. So why should you become a coach, right? You could save 25%. You can keep yourself accountable. And honestly, that's why I started as a coach, right? Because I wanted the discount, right? I wanted to save $30 a month on Shakeology and the recovery drink and the stuff that I was using from Beachbody. I wanted the accountability so that I didn't fall off and gain the 40 pounds back, right? And I wanted to help other people. I wanted to be part of a community, right? And that's, and of course, make extra money, right? So, when I first signed up, that wasn't a motivation. I didn't want to make extra. I mean, that wasn't a goal of mine to make extra money, but I soon found out that I was good at, coaching and helping others. And it turned into, I was able to get my car payment paid for. And then I started getting my house payment paid for. And, eventually I was able to walk away from my job. So, that's kind of what it turned into for me. So the different types of coaches that you can be, one is what we call a discount coach. People sign up as a coach just to save money. Nothing else is required of you, no time commitments, nothing else other than, you can just save 25% off of everything you buy, right? Like I said, if you wanted to start drinking Shakeology, that's the most affordable way to drink Shakeology, right? Save 25% off of it. Or the performance line. Some people just want to do it as a hobby, right? Because you can make 25% off of anybody you refer to Beachbody. So, a lot of people just are like a hobby coach, right? They get the discount and they occasionally will refer people to Beachbody. That's completely cool too. And then the third type is the type like, me, Chris, Tom, Kristie, we want to do this as a business. We want to help as many people as possible. We want to earn extra money. So the next slide is, isn't this a pyramid scheme, right? Everybody says, those type companies are illegal, right? They're a pyramid. Well, no, they're not. Multi-level marketing is not illegal. Otherwise, it would, Beachbody would be shut down, right? Of course, there are illegal pyramid schemes out there, but Beachbody is a legitimate company. We sell legitimate products. We sell to customers a lot more than we sell to coaches. This graph or this graphic here is just kind of making fun of every corporation you could say is a pyramid, right? I mean, you got your CEO and your managers and your supervisors, but with Beachbody coaching, it's like we're all part of a team, right? It's like, I'm not at the top of this pyramid by any stretch of the imagination, right? It's like I started in 2011, and there were tons of coaches that signed up before me. So it really doesn't matter when you sign up, where you fall in the organization. It matters what you do when you get signed up. And I don't make any money, or Tom doesn't make any money off of you signing up or anybody else signing up. Really, it just matters what you do when you sign up. And if you start making money, then your upline coaches will make a small bonus off of what you're making. So if you have enough people making money below you, then that's when you can really start making some amazing amount of money from just your downline. And that's that residual income that comes in. They call it passive income. And I can tell you, I built a team of over 2,000 coaches, and 95% of my income just comes in from my team, right? It's not from me selling 500 bags of Shakeology a month, right? It's coming from what we do as a team. And that's why when you sign up with a team or our team, the whole team is going to help you become successful, because everyone wants you to become successful, because your success leads to their success. So let me turn it over to Tom. Take it away.
So hold on, got a message popped up on my screen. I'll get to that in a sec. So my name's Tom Scudero from New York, and I've been always heavily into health and fitness. So I got started with Beachbody just, it's been actually 4 years now, I guess 4 years ago. And I just started doing one of the programs. It's funny, the question that was just asked is regarding like weight training, but it's Body Beast, which is like my favorite thing is really weight training. So that's like, I kind of got started with that. And I've tried so many different programs in the past. When you name it, it was out there. I tried it. They sold it in GNC. I bought it, and nothing was really working for me. I was able to lose weight, but I was always a smaller version of the fat me. I just couldn't get the body fat dropped, and that was always my thing. So I got started with Body Beast, and I saw results like so fast. I was just blown away. And I got the supplements and the program, and I just like 2 weeks into it, I was like, wow, this is different. This works. And I was having a lot of fun doing it. I knew nothing about the business side that was even attached to it. So like the moment I found out about it, it was just I saw a little blurb at the end of one of the videos about becoming a coach. I really didn't know what it was, but when I saw there was a business opportunity, I reached out to Greg, who was my coach, and he explained it to me like real quick. He didn't have to explain much, because the bottom line was I didn't even fully understand how the compensation plan worked, or how huge it really was. I just knew it worked. I loved it. I wanted to be part of it, and it was for me. I just felt it was for me, and I just dove right in. After I did that, I was kind of a little bit overwhelmed getting started, because I didn't know that there was going to be so much of this training available and all the support. Like I thought, Greg was going to give me the info. I was going to sign up, get a little package in the mail, and good luck, have fun, hope it works out. But first question I had with Greg, he just got on a call like similar to this with me, and told me how we have all this training and support, and he helped me every step of the way. And I mean, it was just phenomenal. I mean, I didn't expect that, and slowly I did learn the compensation plan and just how huge this really was. And I didn't know that going into it. So it was like really cool. And I really discovered what, my gut feeling was to just go with it. And it was totally right. So, I basically just started, attending the trainings and learning the business. But it was, I don't want to say easy because it's work. I don't like to, people, it takes work, it takes consistency, it takes dedication, but it's enjoyable, it's fun. And like, to me, hard work, it's not hard. I just, sharing what I do. I mean, before I even knew, again, I didn't know there was a business behind it. People saw the difference in that I was getting results. I mean, I was working out my whole life, and then all of a sudden, that people are noticing, like, well, what are you doing? What are you doing differently? And, tell me what you're doing. I want to do it too. And I was recommending it and sharing it. And I, not knowing that, it was even, that's what the business was, So it just was natural. So I just was already sharing about it, already talking to people about it. And, when I learned about the coaching opportunity, I jumped on it, and I just continued to do that. I mean, I had everybody at work getting involved. I had a whole team of people that were just, doing the programs with me. And, that's all it's really to it. Something works, you're passionate about it, you're sharing it. And it just, grew from there. And, here I'm 4 years later, and, I never turned back. It was really changed my life in, every way, shape, and form that you can possibly imagine. So I'm loving every minute of it. And let's go to the next slide, because I'm probably getting way ahead of myself or totally off track, or both. So what is a coach? That's kind of a funny thing. I always say I was, I'm totally passionate and into business, into fitness, but I'm not an expert. I'm not a nutrition expert. I'm a health nut, but you don't need to be a personal trainer. You don't need to be a nutritionist, and you don't need to be at your goal. I certainly was not at my fitness goal. I'm still not at my fitness goal. My goals keep changing, so I don't think I'll ever be at my fitness goal. I'm one of those guys that are never satisfied. I just keep raising the bar. So, but there's no need to be. I mean, I think you even do better because you have people that join. Like I run challenge groups where people just join the group and they join the journey with you and progress with you. So you don't need to be at peak physical condition to do this. Not by any stretch. And we're not. People always think you need to be a personal trainer. That we have it's workout videos they follow, it's nutrition programs they follow. We guide them through it, just keep them motivated, keep them focused, and help them every step of the way. But the trainers, they're watching a video by a certified personal trainer and the certified nutritionist. Well, that's done for us. So that's what all that's really to it. And you follow the programs, you do the products, you use the products, they work, you're proof of the product, and you don't need to be more than that. So you want to go on to the next one there? Great. There we go. So a concern a lot of people have is is time restraints, and it doesn't take a lot of time. Like I said, it's dedication and consistency. Right now, I live in Long Island. I work in New York City. My commute could be up to 3. Like today is like 4 hours both ways. I have a full-time job. I have a family. I got a house full of kids and dogs and pets. It's a real estate business that I started a long time ago. You set your own hours and you just dedicate some time to it. It doesn't take hours and hours a day. A lot of coaches just use what we call like a power hour. Just spend an hour a day to work on a business, but you do it on your own time at your leisure. So there's no. It's just an awesome thing. It's like you squeeze it in when you can. So not having enough time, nobody has enough time for anything. But when something's a priority, you make it time. Who has enough time to work out? I get up an hour earlier before my commute to make sure I have time to work out. And it's not you don't need to quit your job. You don't need to do it full time. My goal is to work up to do it full time. And when I say full time, it doesn't mean that I need to do it 8 hours a day. I mean, I just want to be able to quit my job and do Beachbody at my leisure like I'm doing now, but make more than I'm making at my job. So right now I'm making I make extra money. My wife was able to walk away from her job. I'm not quite there where I can quit mine yet, but I will be, and I'm going to continue to work at it until I do that. most of them, I do 95, well, I should say probably more than that at this point. 99% of my of the work I do is like on my phone, online. But there's so many different types of way, there's different ways, different methods. I mean, I think I mentioned that at work I had people that would just kind of join my fitness group, and it just grew from there. There's so many different ways you can do it, and there's really no excuses, as I always like to say. So,
And Tom, you might want to mention that you earned a free trip, right? Next year.
next year, last year, the year before.
Right.
there's,
So hopefully you'll get to go next year, right?
yeah, I thought that was actually on our next slide, but you might want to scroll along. But
Is it?
I thought it was. No, all right, maybe I'm remembering wrong. But like basically what Greg was getting at, there's some of the rewards of coaching. I mean, there's financial rewards, which is great. Obviously, I mean, money is important, but okay, there you go. So, we do obviously you can make money, build a full-time business, earn some extra money, make a car payment, mortgage payment, whatever. It's different levels for, it's all, you get out what you put in, and people that have different goals, just like different fitness goals. But we make commissions on products that we sell. You get bonuses from the team that you build and develop and help grow under you, and that's where you can really develop that residual income. Where that's, to me, was like where the magic happens. The trips, Greg just mentioned that he's going to be going with me too. For you, there's as rewards, we get they call it Success Club rewards. I earned a cruise to Florida that I missed because of my own fault. An all expense paid cruise, and I just kind of literally missed the boat on that one, and I just didn't make the reservation and didn't go. But after that, every year consecutively, I earned an all inclusive trip to Maya, Mexico, to Punta Cana the next year, and both were canceled because of the COVID pandemic. So that's another two that unfortunately I missed out, but I did earn for myself and my wife. So what kind of job gives you an all-inclusive trip in a resort in Mexico or Punta or anywhere? I work in the hotel business. I'm lucky I get an employee discount when I travel. True. Think of it as friend and family rate. Beachbody, I mean, you earn trips, and on these trips, I mean, you got all the trainers are there, and it's amazing. I mean, I'm just going by from what I've seen and heard, because unfortunately that they were canceled and I didn't get to experience it, but I did earn another one. It's what is it again? It's in Mexico this time? No, Punta Cana. We're back to Punta Cana, right?
Yeah, Punta Cana again. I can't believe you can't stay at any hotel in the world for free.
Yeah, well, you would think, right? I once stayed at a hotel and I got an employee discount. It was in Boston. I drove, and they charged me to park my car. I spent more for parking than I did for the room. It's crazy.
That's funny.
Traveling for business is different, but
right.
It's not like the corporate world. It's a totally different animal. I mean, you're rewarded. You're rewarded for the amount of work you do, and I mean that's what I love about it. You do it at your own pace, on your own time, your own schedule, and the payback is there, and you feel appreciated for it. And even like we get simple little gifts that you get almost on a monthly basis. I guess now it's quarterly, but for everything from shirts to that massage gun. I can't remember the name of it. I got this massage gun. It's probably cost like $500. I got it at the end of the year, just for helping people, because I helped so many people each month just to get started on their fitness journey. You just get this reward, and to me, helping those people is a reward. Nothing to the money, the free trips, the gifts. There's nothing to me feels better than when someone tells me, I lost 10 pounds, you helped me change my life, or I paid off my credit card bill. That's the biggest reward to me. But I don't know, that lights me up.
Definitely. You want to talk about how to earn money?
So yeah, I think I touched on it a little bit, but basically 25% commission on anything you sell. Now you don't stock anything, you don't keep anything in your garage. People order directly from Beachbody. It's shipped to them. You don't touch anything. You don't have to deal with any of that, and you get 25% commission. They could order right from their website. You could send them a link. There's different methods of it, but there's no warehousing products or dealing with any of that, and you get 25% on anything you sell. Team bonuses, as I was mentioning, as you your team grows, you help build a team underneath you. As the volume grows, your commissions grow. So it's a little, to explain the minute details of the team bonuses would probably take another call. But it's just, simply put, you get paid commissions based on the total volume of the organization you grow under you. So that can be, it's basically unlimited. I mean, it is unlimited. It's some of these commissions that some of the top coaches earns, and it's just a mind blowing. Well, Greg was able to walk away from his job, and how many years did you say?
6 years ago.
Yeah,
Hard to believe it's been that long.
I made over $1 million. Greg doesn't even like to work out. He probably hates when I say that, but it blows my mind. It's not even,
That's true.
And then there's matching bonuses, there's quarterly bonuses, and just where Beachbody just pays out bonuses based on their revenue, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I mean, there's so many ways.
My coach, the one who recruited me, does absolutely nothing. I shouldn't say this because it's being recorded, but he does absolutely nothing, and he makes $50,000 a year off of me. So, I mean, that's the beauty of network marketing. So, all right, let's move on to Kristie is up next.
Hello.
Yeah.
So I'm Kristie. I'm Kristie Smith. I live here in Lexington, Kentucky, and well, the slide says 46, but I've turned another year older, but I'm still 29.
Let's fix that real quick.
Fix the slide. There you go.
Dang it. So I have a super busy job. There are different times of the year that it gets busier than normal. I'm an Army veteran. I'm a police officer. Love my job. I can't imagine until Beachbody that there was anything out there in the world that I wanted to do more than what I had already done. I feel like I've followed my heart and soul for my entire working adult life, but yet I've never worked a day in my life. Beachbody kind of walked into my life, I guess, when P90X came out. I think that was the hook that got most people. Everybody loved the program when it came out. And then, I've always been an athlete. And then, I did P90X, and then fast forward a few years, in and out of the gyms, like most people, 2 hours a day, 4 and 5, 6 times a week. And I think it was like, maybe right around November, about 2 years ago, I rejoined Beachbody when my son had surgery, and I needed something that I could do while I was at home with him. I met Tom through Instagram, and I started watching Tom's stories. I don't know how I came upon him. I think it was like recommended or something. I started following Tom, reached out to him because I had gotten assigned a coach. Didn't know what in the world a coach was at that particular time, but I had gotten assigned this random coach. Never heard of her, never talked to her. She didn't reach out. She didn't do anything like that. But I saw Tom's stuff, and I saw that, he was his coach. And I thought, you do all of these things, and I've never even heard remotely of this other human being. So I reached out to Tom. We talked a little bit. Really enjoyed seeing his post. I learned more and more about Beachbody, and I ended up, I think it was last July. It's almost a year now. MBF was coming up, which is a fantastic program. And, I talked to Tom and just sort of decided, hey, it's time to take this newfound love of Beachbody. And I really got into it on a whole other level, more than just the workouts, once I'd started talking to Tom. And, I just really liked the information that he put out there, and thought that, I could contribute to that. I did it. And then I met this absolutely amazing team that you're talking to right now. And, what started as a business venture that was outside of, believe me, George, anything and everything that I knew and about life and working, I've always worked for, somebody else. That's all I've ever known. This was completely outside of anything that I knew how to do, that I thought I wanted to do. But I'm I stepped into this fantastic ring of people that, it's one of the highlights of my week when we get together on a Saturday. And if for whatever reason I can't make a Saturday morning Zoom call with these guys because of, swim or a soccer meet. Because like I said, I am a single parent. They are like this little support network that's just a bonus to everything else. So it's just this community here, these individuals that you're talking to tonight, it's so much more than just a business venture, or it is to me anyway. So I'm coming up on a year. There are weeks that I can give this an hour or two a day. There are some weeks that, I can barely touch on it. And I feel bad, I wish I could do it full time every day. Here in a year and a half, when I retire, I absolutely plan to do this full time. And I'm looking forward to that day. And I know that I can do it because I have these guys, and there's several other members of our team that aren't here right now. But I know that I can do that because at any moment I can text or email Greg or Tom or Chris or any of them and ask them a question. And I know, and I trust them that the answer is there. So don't feel like if this is something you choose to do, that you're completely on your own when you go out and do it, because it's so far away from that. That is so not the case. One of the things that I like the most about Beachbody is I also teach physical fitness at the police department. I did physical training and PT training at the police department. And I like that this is real world application to not just your life, but to everyone else's. Another thing that I'm very passionate about is cooking clean food, eating well, and Beachbody just falls so in line with all of those things. So there's so many things to love about it.
Are you ready for the next slide?
Yes. So I kind of touched on it a little bit, how much time is required. It's kind of up to you. We do have a meeting once a week on a Saturday, and that's to touch base, talk about new things, new innovations. Beachbody is always coming out with new things. We talk about those and how to implement those. So that's an hour. I spend a couple minutes a day trying to do posts and let people know what it is that I'm doing, new recipes. So it's really what you feel like you want to invest in it and what you want to put into it. Like I said, a few minutes a day, up to an hour a day is really, now I know Greg's answer to that would probably be much different. But then again, I'm not entirely sure at this point how much, you're doing 2 hours, 3 hours a day. I think it depends really. But the grand answer to this question is, really, it's entirely up to you. It's the amount of time that you can and want to put into it is, I think, the most important part. I don't know if Tom counts the number of times that I text or ask him questions about, hey, should I put this in a story or in a feed, or what do you think about this idea? But it's really an open-ended answer to that question. What would you say, Greg?
Yeah, it's how you define working. Like,
yeah.
Am I working when I'm working out? I guess, right? Am I working when I'm scrolling on Facebook? Yep. Am I working when I'm chatting with Tom? Yep. But, is it, do I really consider it working? Nope. So,
right.
So it's what do you consider as work? And yeah, I might spend several hours a day doing stuff related to my business, but it's really just fun, for me.
I watch, I try to log in at least once or twice a week and catch some of the Beachbody lives and some of the, trainer webinars that happen, just so that, the more that I know, I feel like the better that I'm going to be. I don't want to be dead weight to the team. So I try to invest that time and learn something new. It's only going to benefit me. Like I said, I have 18 months left until I can retire. And at that point, Beachbody absolutely will be my number one thing. So I'm really looking forward to that. So I think it's up to you. Everybody's answer here would be different. I don't know. Do you have to sell? No, I don't believe that you have to sell. The products are great. I love every single product I've ever tried. I try to try all of them. That's the great thing about the discount that we get as a coach, because it allows that, I think price offset to try a couple of different things. I never would recommend anything that I didn't want to, that I haven't tried or don't know. There's a few workouts that I might try or might throw out there, but no, you don't have to sell anything. The products, I think, sell themselves, but they are fantastic products. And I use what Beachbody has, and I don't think that there's a product out there on the market that can beat anything that Beachbody has. I keep these little sample packets of Shakeology and, Energize and things like that, just so that people can see, because, products are not cheap no matter where you buy them, whether they're GNC from Beachbody, the Vitamin Shop. I like to show people what it is that I'm using, but no, you don't have to sell anything. You can explain the challenge packs and the differences in products, and let's see, 9-Week Control Freak has a challenge pack out right now that's got a pretty good coupon code on it, $30 off. I would probably explain to somebody what a great deal that is, as opposed to, what it was before, or buying things and equipment separately. But I don't see that as anything other than trying to clarify and answering a question about something. So no, you don't have to sell anything, in my opinion.
Right. We just refer people to Beachbody, right?
Right.
We share our story. We can share our transformations. And if people ask us about it, we just refer them and say, why don't you try Beachbody on Demand, right? Like I did, or, this program or that program, or, recommend what we're doing, right?
Right. Yeah, but it is this is really one of the best things that I've ever done. And this is but just a sample. Word of mouth, I think, is the biggest thing. But if you're on any of these, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, you name it, Pinterest is a big Beachbody platform. But yeah, you can reach everybody on all of these things. But word of mouth really is, I think, one of the best things as well. I think you all of them out there.
Yeah, people say I don't know anybody. Well, I don't either, but there's 10 million, or I don't know how many million, 10. What does Facebook have now? It has like 1 billion people on it, so like there's that. 1 billion people on social media that you don't know, but you could meet. And just like, we meet people every day on Instagram and help them and refer them to, Beachbody, or to our workout group, right? Or bod group or whatever. So, absolutely. All right. Thanks, Kristie, for sharing.
Yeah.
Chris, you're up.
Absolutely. So my name's Christopher Kingsley. This is actually my second time being a Beachbody coach. I was first a coach back in 2013 when I first met Greg then. Kind of similar, same story as everyone else, as far as, found a pirated copy of P90X, got into that, really loved it, sort of thing. I used to be a teacher. I'm currently still a warehouse worker right now, but I used to work in a different warehouse, and I used to be a truck driver and a phone associate. I'm currently married with no kids as of yet. And as you can see from one of my photos, I love the Renaissance. I love dressing up and, medieval times, things like that. And, those are some of the things that I really enjoy. As other people, if you were to join our team, I would definitely, I'm sure everyone else would say that I am the one that constantly talks about I'm messing up the word right now. Personal development. Thank you. Self-development, personal development. I am really into that because honestly, it's really honestly changed my life. That is one thing that I love about Beachbody, is that they first focus on you as the individual first. One thing that I'll just share for about a minute and a half is, as far as personal development, is this concept. If you happen to be a person that tends to blame other things around you. You say, this happened to me, so I can't do this. That happened to me, I can't do that. Chances are you're not going to move forward with accomplishing much because it's always someone else's fault. Versus if you have things happen to you, like the greatest example we've had is COVID. You can say, COVID happened to me. Can't go outside. I can't do this. I can't do that. And you can choose to not do anything about it. Or you can say things like, you know what? Beachbody has a lot of home workouts, which is exactly what this is geared for. Beachbody has options as far as, picking different types of programs as far as intensity, like for your beginner, intermediate, advanced. And you can say, you know what, I'm going to develop myself that way. I'm going to take control of my life in this area here, or I'm going to take control of a certain area at work. I'm going to take control. And if you have the mindset of, I'm going to take ownership of this little area, whether it be eating healthy, whether it be your position at work, or even with Beachbody coaching, then chances are you're going to go ahead and continue to move forward. The thing is that you looked at the previous slides of Greg's income as it increased year after year after year. And I can tell you right now, that was hours of Greg pouring hard work into that. That didn't just say, okay, I'm just going to do this once, and then if it doesn't work out, I'll quit. That wasn't Greg's attitude at all. It's the same thing with Tom. Tom didn't get to where his wife could actually quit her job just by saying, I'm only going to do this a few times, and then if life happens, I'll quit. That didn't happen. They had the hard times. They kept pushing forward, and they continued to work on themselves and develop themselves and said, you know what, this was a rough patch that I probably had to go through, but I'm still going to go ahead and push forward. But that's the big thing about personal development that you'll hear from me and ourselves as on our Saturday things as well. Go ahead and go to the next slide, Greg.
Mhm.
And besides personal development, and our team calls, you'll hear about different things like what's going on with Beachbody, and even just personal tips as far as like what kind of training are you to expect. Like you can hear different things like, what if someone gives you an objection to something? Like they say, well, maybe I don't want to do that because I don't have the time. Well, we have programs that gear toward people who don't have time. Or if someone says, well, I don't have the money, well, they probably don't check their finances very well, or so things like that. It's like you have to be able to return those objections with something, and it could be anything about that. But the biggest thing, that reason why we meet on Saturday mornings is accountability. Because the thing is that we can say, oh yeah, we love this or whatever, but then if we're not accountable to each other, then we can fall off the bandwagon a little bit more. So I really love our team, and I can definitely say that Greg can definitely tell you that I'm a different person now than I was back in 2013. I have definitely changed that much, and I am very, very happy about that, honestly. So I hope you do consider joining our team, because we are focused but not finished, and we do have lots of fun, but at the same time we do keep each other accountable at the same time. So,
and we do go on trips together. That picture there is, our team. I think we were at Summit. So it is it's kind of like a family, right? It's a group, and a lot of them have become really, really good friends of mine, and love hanging out with everyone on my team and taking trips together and stuff. So hope George, you'll decide to join us, and we're always looking for new people like Kristie said, that are like-minded and are like us. So couple options, right? You can stay a customer and pay 25% more for everything that you buy, or you can become a coach and save 25% off of everything you buy. The best way to sign up is with what we call a challenge pack, right? Because that gives you a bundle of Beachbody On Demand, which you probably need if you don't have it, but it's not required. You can get a challenge pack without Beachbody On Demand if you already have it. But it also gives you Shakeology, and Shakeology is the number one nutritional supplement and the number one selling item for coaches. So, you definitely want to try that. And it also gives you a free coach sign up, which is a $39 value, which is waived by getting a challenge pack. So you just need to talk to your coach about getting a challenge pack. And there's also the only catch with becoming a coach is there is a monthly fee, and it's $15.95 US every month to become a coach and to own your own business and to save 25% and have all the other benefits that we talked about. You also get your own coach office where you can run reports and see everything that you need to manage what could potentially be $1 million business. So Beachbody gives you everything. They give you websites, technical support, customer service, marketing, everything, for $15.95 a month. And even if you do nothing with the business, it's still worth it for the discount. So that's what I tell people, right? And the greatest thing, like Kristie, is if you're a veteran or active military, that fee is waived. So it's free. So basically just reach out to the person who gave you this video or invited you to the call and, ask some questions, and hopefully you'll sign up with our team, which is Team Engage. Anything else? Let me stop recording.